Oh, did you think you were gonna see wrestling? Did you really think that? This is WrestleMania, the ultimate thrill ride, where our main event's gonna last about 20 seconds. Ultimate thrill ride! The week of the ultimate thrill ride opens up with over 30 minutes of the women's superstars from Raw opening up Raw. Well, first we get to see all of them come out as their favorite legends. First, Bayley as the Ultimate Warrior. Then we had Charlotte as Hulk Hogan. Then we had Sasha Banks as The Undertaker. And then we had Nia Jax as Grimace. Oh my. And then while they were opening up with that promo, there were two little, you know, like when you get the little awkward silence moment? There were two of them. Charlotte pulled up a tweet about Sasha Banks and Charlotte and all that stuff, keeping friends closer. But when they pulled it up, Charlotte was like, friends closer? Charlotte, if you need to go back to school, nobody's gonna hate you. It's okay to read. And then Nia Jax came down to the ring. When she started entering the ring, it was, boy howdy, it was silence. But that silence was amazing because it let me realize that Nia Jax that came out, Valley Girl, Nia Jax, Bayley, Sasha, Charlotte, Bayley, Sasha. I want that Nia Jax. Where has she been? Bring her out more! This match to open Raw wasn't that bad. My favorite part about this match is when they had their impression of two girls at a slumber party that were fighting, rolling around all over the place. The only thing we needed was more pillows, Vince. What happened to you? If you're gonna relive the Attitude Era, relive it! Don't think about it. Do it, Vince. So during this match, Michael Cole asked Byron Saxton if he thought Bayley had a chance, even though he loves her so much. And all I could think about is how Byron Saxton dances and how he probably dances slowly into the wacky, waveable, inflatable men that Bayley loves so much. And the conclusion of these three segments comes with Bayley committing a Bayley to belly or a belly to Bayley onto Charlotte for the 1, 2, 3. But who's standing tall at the end? It's Nia Jax, aka the newest and hottest Valley Girl of the WWE. Like, if there's one thing I don't like about these women here, there's Charlotte, Sasha, Bayley, Sasha, Charlotte, Charlotte, Bayley, Sasha. So after the next commercial break, they come back to a statue of Andre the Giant for the Andre the Giant Battle Royal Memorial, and Sami Zayn appears because when I think big men, I think Sami Zayn. But Sami Zayn looks huge next to Charlie Caruso, so they pulled one on me. Stephanie McMahon, for all the reasons that you should love to hate somebody, comes out and goes, Oh, you're gonna do this for Mick Foley? Oh, well, you can't feel his presence because he's not here. And the stipulations for Sami in his no disqualifications match against Kevin Owens is if he wins this match, he gets to go to the Battle Royal Memorial, Andre the Giant Battle Royal Memorial. And then they cut to Michael Cole, and Michael Cole's like, well, looks like we got a match with Sami Zayn and no disqualification against Kevin Owens. Hey, Neville, how do you feel about your cruiserweight match? So after Michael Cole downplays somebody's job like it's nothing, we have a match between Austin Aries and Noam Dar with Alicia Fox. Now, while I talk about this match, I'm going to do my impression of Alicia Fox's top moment of the night. Possibly top moment of the week, since we probably won't see her for the rest of the week. At WrestleMania anyway. Noam Dar gets knocked down, and she goes. So while Alicia Fox is killing it over here during the match, Noam Dar almost gets dropped on his head and pretty much almost dies. Couldn't tell if it was a botch or not, but it didn't look like it was on purpose. But in the end of the match, Austin Aries wins with the last Chancellery, which we did not get to see in the recap. We did get to see this though. So to kick off the second hour, we had the contract signing for the unsanctioned match between Triple H and Seth Rollins. And if there's one thing I took away from this promo is that Triple H brought up a pretty good point. He said, I would rather eat well than sleep well. And if you think about it, it's kind of smart. Because if you do things that are bad and evil and make people hate you, and you're not able to sleep at night because of it, then But if you're doing things that make people hate you, but you're making millions of dollars, you're gonna be jet flying, limousine riding, fur coat wearing, robe styling, all of that fun stuff. You're gonna be in amusement parks, you're gonna be shooting guns, you're gonna be running down the freaking Indiana Jones tunnel at Universal Studios. And by the time it's time to go to bed, you're gonna be out. And you won't care if somebody doesn't like you. Because if you're really spending your money and living the good life, you're going to be tired by the end of the day anyway. Or if you're some people like Ravishing Rick Rude, you're going to be tired by morning time. So, he kind of has a good point. But I'm not telling you to go out and be evil. I'm telling you to go out and be you. So they sign the contract, and then Triple H beats up Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins gets the upper hand. So Triple H had this whole segment so that Seth Rollins couldn't sue him for if he gets injured in this match? What did Triple H do? I mean, I turned my head for a second, so maybe I missed it. But it really looked like Triple H just decided to kick that table into Seth Rollins, unprovoked. Seth can live the good life and not even be the bad guy. So next up, we had the over-the-top rope challenge where the Big Show came out and started off the match against Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal was thrown out by Big Show. Nobody saw that coming. And then Bo Dallas came out. Big Show threw out Bo Dallas. Nobody saw that coming. And then the Shining Stars came out as a tag team. And Big Show threw them out. And nobody saw that coming. And then R-Truth, Curtis Axel, and Goldust came out. And then everybody got in the ring and then threw out the Big Show, which I guess eliminated him. I don't know. Sometimes you just have to watch what the WWE does, and you just have to prance around in a big old circle and play some music and just have some fun, Because why am I dancing like this right now? There's no music playing. I'm gonna put some music in when I start editing this. Woohoo! But I don't know what's going on, what kind of music I'm gonna put in. But you know what? All that matters right now is that there's a battle. Over the top rope battle royal thing going on. There's a thing, that's what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it a thing because I don't know what just happened. But WrestleMania is the ultimate thrill ride, and it's happening on Sunday. However, I will say that at the end, Strowman came out and kind of saved this segment, especially with how he said WrestleMania. Then we get a little promo from Gallows and Anderson, which I felt like they were like, hey, we have this idea for you. Go do this and make fun of Big Cass and Enzo. But don't make too much fun of them because... just please don't. Because they really seemed like they were holding themselves back, to be honest. And then, we get some more clips of this Undertaker, which was the worst. I don't like to say things are the worst. The Undertaker isn't something you do a cut every second with. He's slow, he's methodical, he gets in your head. So edit your little clip packages to make us feel the same way. What is this, the newest Resident Evil movie? Next up, we had some footage of the New Day at the New York Stock Exchange and at the Philadelphia where Rocky did his running up the steps thing. But what does that tell you? Xavier Woods, oh man, how are you the host of WrestleMania, but you're not at Raw 2 days in a row? What? Why would that happen? It's because somebody went up, down, down. This was my favorite poster from last week, but it probably didn't even get let into Raw. But will the New Day be at the next Raw? Boy, howdy, let me tell you, this is a real page turner. Up next, we had Sheamus and Cesaro giving the generic, oh, I'm gonna be at WrestleMania promo backstage when Chad Too Bad and Tex Ferguson came in with a ladder and destroyed him. So what does that mean about ladders? I'll let you figure that one out. Our next cruiserweight match of the evening is King of the Cruiserweights, Neville taking on King of the Headbutts, Jack Gallagher. This match went through a commercial break, believe it or not, and it was entertaining pretty much all the way through. God, their match at the last pay-per-view was great. I loved it. Loved this match as well. But I will say the superplex, ooh, man, that superplex. Look, superplex. Superplex. But that superplex from the top rope looked great. Followed right into the rings of Saturn for a victory. And then I have to go back on what I said about the New Day. They showed up again, but oh boy. I mean, do you really consider it a live appearance if they're just in the back? Because that could have been filmed who knows how long ago. So, how many times have New Day showed up on Raw tonight? Twice? But we're putting that in quotes. So, Roman Reigns is coming out to call out The Undertaker or something, but I realized something. And that is, the reason I don't like Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns looks like a puberty-stricken, in-the-closet teenager that just saw a girl in his class bend over wearing a skirt for the first time, all the time. But I will say this, and you will agree with me if you saw this segment as well, unless you were a puberty-stricken, in-the-closet teenage boy, this segment gave you 69,000 boners. So next up, Big Cass and Enzo Amore are coming out to have a match with Lou Gallows and Carl Anderson. So for some reason, John Cena decided to make an invisible entrance into this because the camera just ran at the ring while Enzo and Big Cass were in the ring. But I'm going to say this though, the next time the WWE's in town, I invite everybody in Las Vegas to come join me. As some of you may know, one of my favorite followers, and I follow him of course, is at Saif Quadri. And as Big Cass is getting ready to do the big old SAWFT, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows came in uninterrupted. But at the next Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-view, whatever they have here in Vegas, oh man, I hope all of you come out and join me going SAIFT, Safe! And we're gonna make a little compilation video of it. I think it'd be fun. Do you, Safe? But right after the interruption between Gallows and Anderson, Cesaro and Sheamus come out the ladder and hit him with the ladder, and then the ladder gets tossed around like a hot potato for a little bit. And in the end, I was expecting to hear, oh hey, the ladder match at some point, but we never did. And Gallows and Anderson stood tall, as they should, because they're the champions. Sometimes they should be allowed to do that, and they did it! Yeah!
Boy, howdy was I ever pumped right there. Do you see how pumped I was?
Here you go. It's Women's History Month. Right, Lana? Lana, it's Women's History Month, right?
Yes, it is Women's History Month. But I think there should be a Men's History Month. Men shouldn't be completely ignored.
And for some reason, we, Maya Angelou, like, not an athlete or anything, just, I guess she was a lady.
For some comedic Maya Angelou, make sure to look up Coleman Domingo's version of her in the Big Gay Sketch Show.
So the final match of the evening pitted Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn against each other in a no disqualification match. If Sami Zayn loses, he loses his job, which we learned earlier doesn't really matter much, according to Michael Cole. And if Sami Zayn wins, he's in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal Memorial Battle Royal. God, I can't get that right at all. I only have two questions that arose from this match. One, how are those sentons from Kevin Owens fake? And number two, why do most of the no DQ and no countout matches nowadays pretty much take place entirely in the ring? I mean, they go out for a little bit and they come back. Seems like might as well just make it a no countout. Or, like, I don't know. It just kind of... But in the end, Samoa Joe comes out, gets stopped by Chris Jericho. Sami Zayn hits Kevin Owens from the distraction, rolls him up for the pin. So Sami Zayn's going to be in the Battle Royal Memorial Battle Royal. Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. There, I said it right once. And that's all you need to do in life, kids. Remember, as you're going through life, all you need to do is do the right thing one time. And everybody's gonna forget everything you ever did wrong. Goldberg. So of course the night ends with Lesnar and Heyman talking about Goldberg. Heyman's promo, of course, you know, you always get what you get from Heyman. This time it's funny though, because he was like, oh, he's one of my people. That Goldberg, that Jew. So I'm gonna be Jewish for him. That's pretty good. And then Goldberg finally came out, and Brock Lesnar got out and he got speared by Goldberg. Imagine, who would have thought that would have ever happened? But what was great was Paul Heyman's impression of TJ Perkins. Almost had it, Paul. Oh, I almost believed you were him. All right, that does it for this episode of the RAW Loaf, the Raw before WrestleMania. Let's hope the Raw after WrestleMania is better. Well, you know it's gonna be. Let's see here. I might be doing a predictions video / podcast, probably Friday night, a couple nights before WrestleMania, so it's fresh in your mind, to give you a heads of what I think might happen. It's a prediction. Roman Reigns is gonna win his match, beat The Undertaker. Of course, Brock's going to win the title from Goldberg, probably, more than likely. You can't say anything for sure. But then they'll turn it into, it's the two of the 23 that beat Goldberg. And then they'll do their thing probably for about 3 months, Lesnar and Reigns. So if you like that, that's exciting, I know. And look at all these t-shirts. You don't become an excellent booker without buying a few t-shirts, Go ahead and follow me on Twitter. You know me, I'm at the RAW Loaf. Or you should follow BLoafX, that's me. Hashtag the RAW Loaf. You can like the Fight Facebook page. I promise I'll do more with that. But oh man, am I ever a Twitter guy. Facebook can go downhill for all that I care. Just like everybody's going down the roller coasters at WrestleMania because it's the ultimate thrill ride. So hop on and enjoy the ride.